Blessings, everybody. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Wow. Yeah. Isn't that exciting? I gotta say it is. It's absolutely amazing. Some of you guys may know this, but this is some of you guys are closing out the Feast of Trumpets today. And you know what? Some of y'all closed it out on the 3rd or yesterday, and some of you guys are closing it out today. And you know what? We're going to close it out on both days because, it's just worth it. And, I got this really great message this morning. I was praying this morning, and so this didn't come from me. But I'm going to read this to you guys because I think this is really relevant. So just hang in there with me, okay? It's going to take a couple of minutes, but it's going to be totally cool. Is there oil in our lamps? This is the question we need to ask ourselves. Now, why do we need to ask ourselves if we have oil in our lamps? Well, hold on. Just hang on. We're going to get there. Genesis 26, 3-5, it says, "Dwell in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. For to you and your descendants, I will give these lands, and I will perform the oath in which I swore to Abraham, your father. And I will make your descendants multiply as the stars in heaven. I will give your descendants all of the lands, and in your seed all of the nations of the earth shall be blessed." Wow. "Because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, my laws." Yahweh appeared to Isaac and renewed the vow that he had made with his father Abraham. He tells him why he is doing this. He says to Isaac, "Because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws." This is good stuff. This is a good example to live by, too. Anyway, let's keep going here. "Here is also his promise to you and to me, for we are descended from Abraham also. And he said that I will make your descendants multiply as the stars in heaven, and I will give to your descendants all of these lands. But in your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed. But one major difference that we have abused our relationship with Yahweh to the point that we no longer even hear his voice, like Abraham or Isaac did, back in the day. Then is what he's saying. And most of us surely don't keep his charge and his commandments or his statutes. I mean, we look around today, the most prominent religious leaders, they're not doing anything today. No, they're doing the church program. They're doing whatever's popular. And I often wonder why we have turned away from God, the God of our fathers. Why is it that we want to talk about how he loves us, but we refrain from discussion on how we ought to love him? Yes, he loves us. Just as we love our children, he loves his. But many of us don't really see Yahweh as our Father. Even though he gives us life, he is our maker and our finisher in this life. The relationship that Abraham and Isaac had with Yahweh was one of complete dependence. Every word that Yahweh said was kept, even down to every last detail. Even though Abraham came from Ur of Chaldees, and this is a land where there were many idols, just like ours, Abraham chose to follow Elohim, and who spoke to him audibly, okay? He got to hear his voice. It's really cool when you do that. Anyway, and still he speaks to us, but our hearing seems to be a problem. It seems to be a problem for us because we have not become accustomed to listening, and the other voices are louder than they truly are. They're louder than the one of Jehovah, and we do not love or depend on. So, how do we return to this place that we've separated from the Father? Through Messiah Yeshua, and following him. Did Did Yeshua not say this? If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our home with him. That's pretty cool. He does not love me. I'm sorry. He who does not love me does not keep my words. And the word in which you hear is not mine, but the Father who sent me. This is in John 14:23. So here it is. We've come back home. And there has to be love and trust in order to return to Abba Father. And our obedience is what gives us the keys to the kingdom. This is facts. So whoever believes in Yeshua, Messiah, is born Yahuwah. And everyone who loves him, who begot, also loves him, who is begotten of him. But by this we know that we love the children of Elohim. And when we love Elohim and keep his commandments, for this we love Elohim and we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not burdensome. And a lot of people believe that they are, but they're not, because you would deny 1 John 5 verses 1 through 3 if you were to say that they were burdensome, because it says they're not. We will not be able to say that we have a relationship with Yahuwah until we've begun to do for him what Abraham and Isaac did. They loved Yahuwah with reckless abandon and did whatever he said. We need to understand that Yeshua, Messiah, means when he says, if you love me, keep my commandments. This is in John 14:15. And not only that, but if there's going to be a response when we enter into his love relationship with Yeshua, we give a full measure of the Holy Spirit. Therefore, Yeshua said, and I will pray the Father, and he will give you another helper, that he might abide in you forever, the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it neither sees him nor knows him. But you who know him, for he dwells with you, and he will be with you. That's in John 14:16 and 17. Here are the ties of our obedience to our willingness to live for him and to keep his word. I mean, you know what? I'm just going to keep reading because he really did cover it today. And I thank Yahweh for this wonderful, and I thank y'all for hanging in this long too, by the way. I know it's a little long and my reading isn't the best in the world, but you know what? This is how you get better, right? Anyway, this is the season for returning to Yahuwah Elohim, okay? This is the season that we step apart from those cultures and we step apart from those things because we belong to him. We don't belong to this world. And when we involve ourselves into the cultures of this world, we are of this world. And that's what he's saying. And it's time to atone and repair our relationship with both the Father and the Son, to yet again follow his word, keep covenant with him, so that he can finish the work that he has started in us. He is coming for his bride. Let us make ourselves ready to be that bride of Messiah. Hear now the parable of Yeshua. At midnight, a cry was heard, and behold, the bridegroom is coming. Go out and meet him. Then all those virgins arose, trimmed their lamps. And the foolish one said to the wise, give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out. But the wise answered, saying, no, lest you should not be enough for us to not be enough for you, but rather go and sell and buy for yourselves. And they went to go buy some more oil. And the bridegroom came, and those who were ready, they went with him. These days are important because it brings us just that much closer to our Elohim. And this is something that it changes you. It changes who you are. And all of a sudden, you're doing things you just never thought you'd ever do. And I'm definitely living that life right now. I hope you all have had a wonderful Feast of Trumpets. Praise be the Most High for all that he does. We'll see you guys Sunday night 6 p.m. Central. We're going to be right here on Facebook, right here on YouTube. 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll see you then. Be blessed, everybody.